Oh, man.
Cover girl.
What?
Girl.
Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go.
I want to know the things are the things. Y'all, I'm not wearing no makeup today. I'm gonna use a Noxzema. Noxzema. Hi!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Just seeing where it's amazing. So how are you, Oliver?
I am well. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me. I appreciate the time.
Yeah. Well, I found out about you. One of my fans.
Uh-oh.
Am I breaking up? Okay. So yeah, I've met some friends through social media, through the show, and one of my now friends who told me about you and how awesome you are. So I started following you, and somehow by the powers that be, someone commented on my page, would you ever do an interview with Oliver? And I was like, absolutely. And then boom, 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 and here we are.
Yes. Oh my, I feel like I've talked about this in my other chats, but I absolutely loved you because I felt like I understood your personality and I understood what you were saying and what you meant. And
Yes,
I didn't think you were a mean person, which I really don't think anybody in this world is a mean person, which is probably to my detriment. I don't think nobody's mean. I think everybody has reasons on why they tick the way they tick, and it's just all about if you have if you have enough compassion within yourself to understand and be patient with how this person ticks the way they tick. But I never thought you were like this mean person. So yeah, when the powers that be kind of aligned it to happen, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good for me. Like I didn't write no questions down because I remember I'm fanning out right now, but I just remember watching the last cycle and I was like, why are they fucking with this girl? Why are they bothering her? Why are they bothering her? Oh, I love Brooklyn.
It's pretty nice. It's chilled. It's relaxed. Gonna go to Prospect Park later, maybe the Botanical Gardens, take a yoga class, you know.
Oh, pussy, nice.
Yeah. Healthy day, spa day. I'm walking in Brooklyn Fashion Week on Friday, so I'm just gearing up for that and like taking it easy, meeting up with friends, people that, you know, love and support me and I love and support them, and just keeping the positive vibes, positive energy. I have a new runway coach. He is David Darby Model Management, and we're gonna practice tomorrow. I have like 6-inch heels, so it's gonna be cool, really cool. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm still modeling. Yeah, thanks. I'm still modeling. I was modeling before. People always want to know why did I do the show if I was such a good model before, you know. And it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, you know. It was like nothing that I've ever done before. I was in magazines and runway. No, just kidding. But yeah, so yeah, so I was really excited to do America's Next Top Model, and for sure it was, like I said, it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience. So.
Okay. Because that was going to be my first question to you. What made you audition for America's Next Top Model? Because like so many girls on the cycle, you had a lot of prior work, prior experience, prior exposure. So what made you say, let me try this bad boy out?
See, this is going to be tough. Let me try to sit down and be humble while I answer this question.
No, don't be humble. I'm giving you the full reins to terrorize the people. Terrorize them.
America's Next Top Model, they reached out to me twice, and they emailed me. And the first time they emailed me, I guess I look so much younger than I am. They thought that I fit into the age range. So I got the email and I just ignored it because I was like, I think it was stopped at like 27 or something, and I was already in my 30s at this point. So then they reached out to me again via Instagram. They listened to my DMs. I was just landing from Cape Town. It's like a 20-hour flight. I get the message. I'm like, are they like messing with me? Like, is this for real? For real? I ignored it again. They wrote me again. And so I did an audition. I didn't try out. I did an interview just like I am talking to you for about 2 hours over Skype. They filmed it. They sent it to the producers. I booked it before I filled out any paperwork. So it was literally like overnight. Like I got back from Cape Town after like 4 months, and I had like a week to do like all these contracts and paperwork and get like my family and my friends and like everybody that are you willing to like, you know, back Christina and be associated with Christina? And yeah, then it just really quick. Yeah. So I didn't stand
there
in
was
line.
a delay that just happened.
Like,
Oh,
I was just gonna say, I didn't stand in line for like 2 days or something. They found me.
I love how you use the term, and I think this is the first girl who ever used this term. I booked it. I love that.
I was discovered
Because I think I know what type of Wait, what you saying?
I was discovered at a Britney Spears concert.
Like, I absolutely love how you say I booked top model. Like, I think that, to me, that speaks to like your mindset and the way you're made up. Like, yes, ma'am, work.
I'm a model.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a model.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I know the jargon.
So, like, had you worked, not worked, had you seen Top Model before? Like, were you a fan of the show?
I had seen Top Model before, like, but the ones like in the beginning, like, you know, with Naima and like way back in the beginning.
The Titans.
Because, yes, exactly. Like when they have these like really elaborate shoots, when you had to have a passport and you'd have to go to like random countries. And as a model, I was really interested how they were going to portray the industry to people that weren't modeling. So I was, you know, really curious to see like how real it was. And doing the show, it is tough work. It's like boot camp. It's really it's highly intense. And so I think, you know, all the girls that have done the show and gone through the show, like everybody, you know, because it's hard. It's intense.
It's hard.
It's intense.
So,
yeah.
So to anyone asking, what were your goals that you wanted to achieve by going on Top Model?
To win, right?
Right.
To win.
Okay.
To
Lay it on me. Uh-huh.
To win and to get that prize money and to be able to do something nice for my family, like, you know, everybody does when they get that like NBA contract. You're like, yeah, I got my mom a car. Like, just wanted to do something like nice like that. And of course, it would be great, the exposure and the publicity, and who doesn't want to be like a winner? And so I was like, let me go for it. But at the same time, too, it's, you know, it's a competition. It doesn't like it doesn't determine like who you are, and it's a funny thing with America's Next Top Model. A lot of the like number two, or even there's almost like the like, except for like there's a few that won, but there's almost like a little curse about like the one that wins.
Yeah, this is true.
So
I believe.
So no it's kind of like, do you want to win?
No, you don't want to win. You just want to use them for the publicity to, you know, segue into something else.
I mean, come on, honey. That's what I'm doing with you, Oliver.
This is gonna work. And if you don't work me, I'm gonna work you. So here we go. So you get there. You get there. What do you see? Like, what is the set? What immediately catches your attention?
What immediately catches my attention, like right when we get there, when you get there, they take like all your suitcases, all your bags, and like they take you to a room and they just dump them out on the floor in front of everybody. They go through like all your stuff. Like I had like a bag of vitamins because I didn't want to bring like every single bottle. And they like came back to the room like, what is this? Like, we're taking these to the lab to be tested. Like, they take it really seriously. One girl dropped out before like anything because they took away her vibrator and vape pen. She was like, nah, I can't live without it. She was like, I'm not. Fuck, I'm out. It's part of my culture. Yeah, so that was the first thing. Like, wow, you know, like, you can't wear this underwear because it has a name on it, and we told you like specifically no names and da 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 da. But so that was really like, wow, you know, like, and you're in a hotel room, you're away from your family, there's a phone right there, but you're not allowed to use the phone. Like, you could get eliminated for that. Like, there's like rules and rules and rules that you like, you know, you have to really take it seriously and play the game, and you have to already ask yourself, like, how bad do I want this? You know, I'm away from my family, my friends. I don't know any of these girls. There's no TV. You don't get to read a newspaper. You drive around in a blacked out van, so you never actually know where you're going, only that you live next to Bruno Mars, and you're like, that's awesome. But like, it's like living in New Zealand or something.
Oh, yeah. I probably, you know, early on when I started doing these chats with the girls, I really thought about, damn, you're sequestered away for all those months with no dick.
But, you know, not everybody's there for dick. Some people like...
Yeah, that's true. But,
you know?
Sometimes you just need it to get you through the day, you know?
You know, you always have this guy. But
yeah.
But, you know, it was great. Like, I really used it almost like as a whole cleansing thing. Like, I didn't drink like once on the show because I was like, I already know they're gonna try to make me look crazy, so I don't need to add alcohol.
You thought that already?
Oh, I knew. So I was like, not gonna drink alcohol. I actually, you know, I didn't do any of these other self-pleasuring activities, and it felt really good. Like, I was so full of myself in a way, like self-love. Like, I filled myself up with my own love of myself. And I was like, wow, I'm actually like really awesome. Like, I just need me. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I commend you for that because filling me with me wouldn't have been enough. I would have needed some type of third party additive. So I want to do roll call. It is the girls' favorite thing that I do. One of their favorite things that I do on this ANTM chat that I do, where I name every person who was casted on your cycle, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to your brain. Good, bad, ugly, or what, guys? Indifferent. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Maggie.
Instagram famous.
She's
an amazing photographer. She's also a great model. I think she's really pissed that I said she's an amazing photographer. Not to take away from the fact that she's an amazing model, but I think photography is like a real talent, whereas modeling, of course, there is skill and there is talent and things like this, but it is also like, oh, I'm 5'10" and I weigh like whatever I weigh and I look this way, so you kind of already are. And of course, like, artists are talented too, but I feel like she's actually really, really good at that part of it. But somehow there's like, I feel like too hungry to be an influencer. I'm a real model, not like an Instagram model, so there, you know, but I'm also over 21, so it's different.
Okay. Ivana. This way, but you know. What's underneath that? That's keeping it in place.
I think my nipples are somehow like lashed in between, like. Ivana is awesome. She's like my little sister. She's super intelligent. She's really sweet. She's very positive, and she was awesome. She gave a lot to come there to do the show. She was getting her master's in China. She left that program, which was an amazing opportunity. They asked her to like push the plus size modeling, and she gained a whole bunch of weight to do that, which I could imagine would be hard to be like, you know, you're again away from your family, you're in a whole new environment, and you're also asked to put on like 20, 30 pounds and do that. And I think she has a really great energy, and unfortunately for her, she just, you know, at some point everybody's got to get eliminated. So
I thought Ivana was so pretty.
She's gorgeous.
I thought she was just so gorgeous in the face. I loved her body. I thought her body was so nice.
Oh,
It
and she cut off all her hair too. She had this beautiful fro,
mhm.
and they
Yeah,
cut
and
it
she
all
chopped her hair
off.
off.
So
Mhm.
that's a lot for a young woman.
And I almost feel like them chopping her hair off kind of aged her a little bit. Like I felt like it aged her just a little bit.
That's a tough one. Like when you cut off all your hair, like is it gonna go pixie or is it gonna go like, I'm a woman of a
Mhm.
certain age that's just,
Mhm.
doesn't feel like doing their hair anymore.
Mhm.
Which I'm not
Yeah.
shaming that either.
The next person on our list is Liz.
Liz, okay, I'm having dinner with Liz tomorrow. I love Liz. Yeah, we were like watermelon sugar, cause she had the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm just shocked.
Yeah. So
I'm shocked you're talking. Well, it's good to know she's around. Can you tell her I said hi?
yeah, of course
That I
I
would love to talk
will.
to her if possible.
Yeah. Okay. So Liz is amazing. So we were watermelon sugar because she had the pink hair and I had the green hair. And like
Mhm.
we were just like we were almost like in a band. We thought like Christiana would be part of it too, like with her hair, like really it could be like a whole like awesome band. Liz got an unfair deal, which I will let her, speak her whole part on it, but it was really intense with Brenda Kay and Shanice, and she felt really uncomfortable, as did I, because these girls, women, were threatening our lives, like in the middle of the night, like you're trying to sleep and like people jumping on the bed in front of you and screaming at you, and you're like, I have my like eye mask on, I have my scarf on, like, can you come back in the morning and do this? Like, like so she felt uncomfortable, and the producers were like, "Oh, we can move you to like a hotel for the evening, so you can, remove yourself from the situation." And she left the house, and they were like, "You left the house, you're done." So that's as I know it. Which so Ivana and Liz were like my best friends on the show. I still hang out with both of them, and once they left the show, I was just like, right, you know what I mean? The girls were just like,
What was the first thing you said? It kind of skipped out.
the girls are just like ready for, like, I didn't have my crew
Which was
anymore. So,
Liz and I just think
and
that
Ivana.
Gotcha, Ivana,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. And I
I
really liked
adore.
Maggie too. Maggie, I really liked to, like, we hung out after the show too, but it was massive. I ate too many cookies, and then we need to go shopping for some influencer thing she needs to do
Hmm.
in Vegas. And I wasn't really very helpful, and that's kind of the last me and Maggie spoke.
Gotcha,
420
gotcha.
day, 420 day.
Today is 420.
Yeah.
I adored Liz on the show. I thought Liz was funny. I loved her personality, and I watched the show in real time. So I was probably just as shocked as everyone else when they saw Liz abruptly leave, because I honestly saw Liz going at least the top three, in my personal opinion. I felt like she had the personality, the story, and the look strong enough to take her all the way, at least to the semifinals, I thought.
And she was really serious model. Like she knew all the photographers, all the poses.
Hmm.
Like she showed up with like books this thick. Like she was really a professional, and she's a really good model, and she's quirky, and she's so smart and not afraid to like just truly be herself.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was really, really hectic. The house was really, really, really hectic. Like at one point, the producers stopped the show. Like they stopped filming and stopped taping, and they were like, "You guys are worse than the Bad Girls Club. Like we've done that show, and you guys are worse."
What was going on in the house?
It was, I mean, like I guess it's cute to be savage, but to a point, You don't need to be threatening people's lives.
And you're saying that our friend Shanice Shanasty and Brindy K. I love your personality. Yes, ma'am.
Brandy K, I'm okay. I really got along with Brandy K in the beginning, and there was like a big misunderstanding about throwing the trash away. So there's like an island in the kitchen that goes like literally like all the way across the kitchen, and whoever designed the house, the counter slants down. Like, it doesn't just go straight and then down like this. It like literally goes like this. So how many times you like stub your toe or whatnot trying to go around this counter? And she's literally on the other side of the counter, standing in front of the trash. And I'm like, can you, like, I wouldn't just come up to someone and be like, excuse me, can you throw my trash away? I'm like, just could you, like, you know, like, you're standing right in front of it. I'm going to have to ask you to move anyway. I'm going to have to go, do. Excuse me, can you please move so I can throw my trash away? Like, come on, stop wasting everyone's time. So that happened, and then like Brenda Kay and Shanice, they like got together and they teamed up, and Shanice, you know, Shanice had tried out for the show 4 times. So she really, really wanted to like be there and do this thing, her thing, and it just got to her head, and she really thought she was some type of supermodel. And I mean, it was every day. Like, everyone was like, Shanice should be coming home now. Like, Shanice should be. And she just didn't. She just got really lucky. And you know, they had to, you know, and they had to keep like at least one black model in there. So she got lucky. She got really lucky. I mean, Jeana's half black, but you know, you had to keep.
And so was the winner. She's half black too.
But that's true. That's true. She's also half black. There's a lot of black people.
Yo, you are savage. I adore
I know.
it.
I lived in New York. You know.
You know what? Let me tell you something. The type of people that gain respect from me, Oliver, and I'm not saying I'm the end all be all. Mm-hmm. If you a bitch, be a bitch to the heart. New York, the icon of reality TV, said, I'm a bitch to the heart. I'm not a wolf in sheep's clothing. You see me coming. Be whoever you are. Be authentically that. What you believe, be authentically that. What you want to say, be authentically that. I'm tired of bitches out here that pretend to be one thing on the inside, you are another. I pray the Lord trips you up and you break your nose.
Wow. But yeah, no, like when I lived in Barcelona and I was modeling out there with Elite, every time I would come into the agency, they would play Alicia Keys, like, I'm from New York. Am I okay here?
Uh-huh.
I have a mirror here just in case. And they'd always play like.
You said you have a mirror on the other side of this camera.
Yeah, just to check, just in case, you know. But you better work. Do let me know.
You better work.
So they would always play Alicia Keys, I'm from New York, when I would come in. And sometimes people would be like, Christina is crazy. I know it's Christina. They're like, have you ever been to New York? Then back up.
Hey.
You know, because, I mean, Jeana, she's here now. We spoke the other day to try to meet up and do something like outside of the show. Because it's hard to say, like, would you be friends with somebody outside of this situation? It wasn't a yoga retreat. We weren't going there. It wasn't like summer camp or Girl Scouts, like get together. It was competition, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, but she worked before. That's like.
Really?
Yeah, she hadn't been to New York before the show. It's like when I was in Cape Town and people didn't know what, like, Cheez-Its are. I'm like, I don't know, how can you know me? Like, that's like me, Cheez-Its.
The next person on our list is Ryan.
She's beautiful. She definitely has like the body and the look to be a model. I think she should work on her attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she should read like a book on etiquette, maybe, and manners, and yeah, she should be a little classier.
Okay. What about Cora, the mighty Cora?
Again, Cora has a great look. Like, I could see Cora going very far, like going to like Milan and just like crushing it and like becoming like, Cora's great. I mean, Cora's awesome. Again, she was in this, there was like the Ryan, Kyla, Cora clique, and Liberty really wanted to be in this clique really bad, but they were kind of like, no. Yeah, Liberty Ledford, that was her nickname, because whenever she walked around the house, she would like walk really loud. So Liberty Ledford was not really loud in the group. And the other ones, they were like so tight knit together, and I just felt like Cora could have been more of an individual, and she probably would have pushed through further if she focused more on herself and what she could have done instead of like trying to be friends with these like girls that were, you know, I think she was already had experience and she was kind of like one step above them, and she kind of got held back there.
What about, are you there, friend? Can you hear me, friend? Your face is swirling. My friends out there watching, can you still hear me? Can you hear Christina? Are you back, Christina? My friends watching, tell me what's going on your end. Is it messing up for the both of us? Is it Christina? Is it me? Yes, Tyra, we bind you, girl. Tyra, we bind you. Get off our internet. We bind you, Tyra. We bind you. We bind you from doing harm to yourself, harm to others, and harm to our Wi-Fi. We bind you, Tyra, from doing harm to yourself, harm to others, and harm to our Wi-Fi. We bind you, Tyra. I keep telling y'all thought, see, the people thought, let me tell y'all something. Why Miss Christina go get her internet right? The people thought, because Tyra Banks called me and I posted about it and I was happy and I appreciated and I was honored and I'm still gagging, they thought I was not going to still step back into my classroom and do the things of the things. Y'all thought I was going to step back into my classroom and not do the things of the things? You're smoking ass. No, ma'am. Oh, I'm about to be so messy. Can I be messy? No, I'm not. I'll be messy when the time comes. Yes, ma'am. That's my cheetah. Her name is Chelsea. Chelsea the cheetah. Chelsea the cheetah. And like you, of course, y'all know the other lady got mad at me, but Jeana's mad at me too. Like Jeana was like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe when people saw me post her, I guess they interpreted like I was idolizing Tyra. Listen, I don't idolize nobody but Jesus and good dick. I don't idolize nobody but Jesus and good dick. And I'm praying he break me from the last one. No, ma'am. I've been in rooms that ain't even on the map and been around celebrities, money, all that. I'm not impressed by none of that stuff. That's the no. I can still listen. I've always said this to y'all. I cannot be mad at Tyra Banks because one, I was not in the room and she didn't do it to me. Now I can sympathize with the people, and do I think Tyra Banks should talk about some of the things that people have said about her? Hell yes, because I believe people should at least understand or at least be presented the psyche behind the thought process and the actions and what's her side of the story. Yes, ma'am. But I don't have no heaven, hell, or jail cell to put a bitch in. I'm just a nosy bitch who went live and started asking questions. I don't idolize nobody but Jesus and good dick. Dick and balls. I love Tyra. I don't got no problems with Tyra, clearly. I appreciate her, but when she steps into my classroom with smiles, and y'all know I'm going to have my lashes done and all that, I'm going to ask her the questions. Because we are, just like I ask everybody that comes into the classroom the questions. I ask everybody the questions, because we want to know. A lot of people put their foot in their mouth. Oh, well. But, a lot of times people project themselves on you. Yikes. I just said dick because it's funny, y'all. Don't take me serious. Y'all take everything that comes out of my mouth so serious. Don't take me serious.
So I changed headphones. Is it better?
Oh, this is way better. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Are you connected to the Wi-Fi? Can you hear me? What was that?
What? One second.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, Jeana. I mean, Jeana's a very strong woman, and just she's great, but like you don't want to get on her bad side. So
Oh yeah, I think I've definitely gotten on her bad side, and I think when I well, we'll talk about Jeana once we get to Jeana. Let's put a pin
okay,
in Jeana. I had you do
okay,
like a little mini segue while you were
okay.
getting your stuff. Did you talk about Liberty?
Liberty, yeah, Liberty is really like strong. She works really, really, really hard. Like she's super ambitious, and she's like a businesswoman. Do I love her personality? No. But I do, again, I respect her for her hard work, for being so driven. But I don't think that I think she could do more as far as being a real person and actually being really real and honest. I like when she does these like lives and she talks to people and tells them that like she has bad days too, and on and on. But I still feel like it's a little dry.
Mm-hmm. What about Sandra?
Um, Sandra looks like Kim Kardashian, so she got that going on. But otherwise, besides that, I don't see much there. No offense.
Anything else on Brindy K?
Brendy K, I think, is becoming more into herself. She seems kind of more at ease and more at peace, like from what I see. She she struggled. She struggled a lot on that show, and she went to the booze, and that was not the way. The answers aren't in the bottle. So she really would from day to day. I mean, she's cool. She's honest. She'd be like, "Yo, I had a tough childhood. Like, I was living in a car. I was selling drugs right before I got here. Like, very, just all out there for you. But at the same time, she just she needs therapy."
Anything on Miss Erin?
Erin is cool, but again, she was another one, and she really disappointed me for trying to be in the in crowd. And like when things would happen, certain things would happen, and there were like arguments and fights. She should have like said something, but she laughed like she was in high school or junior high, just to be cool with the cool kids that are half her age.
Anything else on Miss Erin?
When I found out that she did like X Factor or like Extreme Challenge or like one of these shows, like I just kind of felt like she was like a reality star. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, I get it. Like America's Next Top Model is like a show you could go off and like do like another show, like spin off or something like that. But I don't know. It's just like one of those things. Like how far like do you go to be famous? Like when I first signed with Ford, I was so excited to sign with Ford Models and on and on and on. And then I was so heartbroken when they put me on the commercial board. Like I'm like, no, I'm fashion. I'm gonna do editorial. Like, I'm Naomi. Like, And my friend said to me, "Do you want to be rich or do you want to be famous?" So yeah, I don't know. I don't think she is a beautiful woman and she looks great for her age, but I don't think she's a good model.
What about?
And that was really freaking annoying because I had to leave next to Erin when Erin was supposed to get eliminated, but because me and Tyra like butted heads and I didn't really understand exactly what Tyra was saying, because I thought that Tyra was telling me that I needed to wear makeup. And I was like, listen, I'm not perfect. I'm not a stand-up citizen, but I'm not going to stand up here on the stage and make like little girls at home feel like they need to wear makeup, that wearing makeup has something to do with your self-worth, or like you can't go out of the house if you're not wearing makeup. Like, if you think I need to wear makeup, that's your opinion. I don't think I need to wear makeup. I feel great not wearing makeup. So, like, don't tell me I need to wear makeup. That's your opinion. You could say, like, Christina, the photo might have looked a little bit better because, you know, you do have different color pigmentations and, like, you know, having the right, like, to even out your skin. That would be a reason why. But the way that I read it, you know, after, you know, again, like Jeana said, or I think Christina said, like, you're working like 20-hour days, you're not eating properly, like, sometimes you can't go to the bathroom, like you're having your period and your period's running down your leg and they won't even let you go to the bathroom. Like,
Did that happen to you?
It happened to me and Sandra. And Sandra was wearing it happened to Liberty. It happened to Liberty. And I remember watching it happen to Liberty, and it's just like, you feel like an animal in the zoo or something. Like, people are not like letting you go to the bathroom because they're about to like start rolling the thing. It's like, is it so expensive for my dignity? It's like, I know I'm wearing a tampon. I know when I'm supposed to change it. I asked you, can I go to the bathroom? And you're going to tell me no. So rather, I'm going to have stand here with blood running down my leg. Luckily, I'm wearing black pants, but like, that's like dehumanizing. And I don't know like who actually all knew, you know what I mean? Because there's so many chains of people, like this person, there's like, you know, so many different people watching us from here to there, and then you have the producers, and then you have all these, there's so many people on set, so you don't necessarily know. It's almost like telephone, like, did this message get down the line to the right person, and there's however many girls they're worrying about, and like, yeah, so that wasn't cool.
Yeah,
I'm in therapy.
That's
for
not
that.
cool. Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, that's not cool.
I mean, it's like being like 12 and you're wearing white pants and get your period for the first day. You know what I mean? It's just like making a baby sit in their own shit. Like, you don't do that.
Right.
Lisa. Just kidding.
The next person is Rio Summers. Not Rio too. Oh my God.
Those are her issues. I think she has some issues going on as far as she has some issues going on there that are like in all honesty, the drinking got out of hand. And when we did
with Rio?
Yeah, when we did the what was it with Patrick Starr, and me and Rio, we were matched up together. And right before we got matched up together in the morning, like, I saw her open the fridge first thing in the morning and like start drinking alcohol, like first thing in the morning. Like, I mean, we've all been there, you know what I mean? Like, you're like party on Saturday, then you go straight to the brunch party on Sunday, like whatever. But like, can you at least just grab for the bottom orange juice first? And then, like, you know, I pulled her aside and I, you know, told her, like, you know, I drank too much. Like, I've done this, I've done that. Like, I've made mistakes at work from taking the party too far, and like, just like, really don't do that, and like, watch out. And then somehow I got blamed for the whole thing with trying to do the whole like YouTube vlogging thing. Mm-hmm. And then they tried to say, I don't know, somehow it all got like slandered and things like that. I also, it could be like, you know, because alcohol can make you puffy. But I also think that there might be some eating disorder of bulimia going on there as well, with the puffiness. And like, I've lived in Miles apartments, and sometimes the smell in the bathroom, maybe it wasn't her, but there was definitely somebody in the house had some issues with that, because it's a smell that once you smell it, you don't really forget it.
Okay. Shanice Carroll.
Ugh. That's all I can say. Okay. She's someone that I wish her all the best, but it would be, you know, like, she needs to be canceled.
Christiana.
She is great. She's an amazing model. She has like so much personality and energy. She's a total goofball. Sometimes I think the goofiness goes a little bit too far, in my opinion. Like, it becomes like a character. It's like a little bit too much. I do it too. It's like, should I be sexy even though I'm kind of actually goofy and silly? But then maybe that's why I don't have a boyfriend, because it's just not like really like the thing to do. Like I feel like sometimes it gets a little bit too like goofy. And I also felt like when the story came up about her uncle or father like molesting her or whatnot, like it felt like a move of like, do you feel like you're gonna get eliminated this episode? So we're gonna pull that story out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because we all have that story. I mean, we're like beautiful women or in the industry, like we all have that story.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, to share that on the panel when you're getting eliminated, like during elimination.
You felt it was disingenuous?
I just didn't feel it was like going to dinner. I forget which comedian it was like are we gonna play the black card today or the cancer card today? It's like it's like a little bit of a point like, we all have our shit and things like that, but I didn't necessarily feel like that was like the right time to share it at panel. But I mean, I don't know when else are you really supposed to share it, because we never really did get to speak to the judges like so much one-on-one, and that's maybe not going to go down as well as the situation they talk with the other girls too. I don't really know, but it just felt kind of like, are we really doing this to stay in the competition?
Respect. Listen, y'all, these are her opinions. These are her opinions, whether you like them or you don't. These are her opinions.
And Jeana said I should not tell you my opinions and my thoughts because I should be getting paid for this.
Oh, I should pay you for this.
No, I'm using you. Don't worry.
Oh, but I mean, when you said that earlier, that just let you know that I'm that bitch right now. So trust me, I don't trust me. It doesn't. It doesn't. Hey, I'm just here to have a good time. That's all I'm here to have a good time.
Me too. Me too.
The next person on the list is Jeana.
Jeana's an amazing model as well. She's super strong woman, had a crazy upbringing and background. I think it's a little bit too much, and like we don't always need to hear. It's always like the Jeana show, really, ultimately. But she is a great model. She's a force to be reckoned with, and I really do hope to see her outside of the house and see, because she's super intelligent. She's really driven. She is a great model. She's worked with all different types of people. She got a lot of she got kind of like shamed for doing Playboy and all this, that, and the other. And she was like, yeah, I do nude, pictures. It doesn't mean anything else just because I feel comfortable, being like naked. If it's my body and like, it's mine. It doesn't mean because I show it to you, you own any part of it. So. Yeah.
She doesn't like me right now. Thank you for saying that publicly. What she told you, but yeah, she doesn't like me right now. After I posted that Tyra photo, she went
what
on a
Tyra
whole
photo?
Oh, so Tyra Banks called me like a couple of weeks ago. It's okay, y'all. I'm making sure my phone doesn't die. But she called me a couple weeks ago to thank me for doing reviewing her Smize cream, because I always told the people that I was following that if I ever went to LA, which was for my first time, I would do a review of the Smize cream, right? And so Tyra liked it, and she called me and was thanking me for it, and she also thanked me for doing these chats. I didn't include that in the video, but we had a whole another separate conversation. But after I posted, I asked her, I was like, hey, Tyra, I think it'll be really cool for the people who follow my ANTM chats to know that you called me and that you would love to do a chat with me. So I posted that, and her and another person interpreted that as, I don't know, I guess me idolizing Tyra or me being complicit in Tyra's actions against them. And my whole stance has always been, one, I was not there. And in anything where I was not there to physically see, this has zero, oh girl, don't scare me with that. Anything that I was not there physically to see, I don't feel comfortable going with a notion if I wasn't there to experience it myself. I firmly believe that everybody should have the opportunity and chance to get to know everybody. And let's just bring it back to Jeana. According to the show, you were an egotistical bitch who cared about nobody. So let's just say I would have taken that notion and said, I don't want to talk to Jeana. But I took the time to get to know you for myself and experience you for myself. Two, I think it's been construed, I guess, with the success I've gotten from doing these chats, that I'm trying to clout chase. Listen, I had already signed a contract to be on reality TV, a very lucrative contract to be on reality TV, before I even went live with the first person. I had already had an A-list clientele. I was already close to making six figures before I started doing these chats. These chats were birthed out of my childhood desire to talk to the girls who are a part of my second favorite show of all time. And the third thing is like, okay, guys, she recognizes the work we're doing here. She says that she wants to do a chat with me. My reputation in doing these chats is no matter who comes through these doors, I'm going to ask the questions, whether you are my favorite or not. I'm going to ask the questions, and I'm going to try to be as fair and open-minded as possible. So, and she has my number. So I'm not quite understanding the energy. I don't dislike her. I wish her well. Like, I really do wish her well. I hope everything could have ended differently. And, but whatever the universe allows.
That's exactly how Jeana is. Jeana has her moments. She'll be fine. She'll get over it. She will come back and she'll be fine with you. She just needs her moment and her space to like huff and puff and get it out and tell the world. You know, there's like a fine line of being victimized versus like terrorizing people. It kind of goes hand in hand, and we're all a little bit of both. And you know, she is a super strong woman, and I think she should just, you know, be like, you know what, that's on him. That's what he wants to do. Like, I am me. I know what I'm doing. Like, she doesn't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, on to the next. You know.
And it's like, even with like everybody that's watching who's watched me, I think you're number 78 now. When I talked to Nigel Barker, I brought up Lisa, because there was something that Lisa said happened to her, and I brought it up to Nigel Barker. Jeana was definitely one of my top questions that I still to this day want to ask Tyra about. What are your thoughts about this? What are your opinions about it? How do if you care to talk about it, because it's something that we want to know. Everybody wants to know. Like, I'm not in this. I don't know. Friend, I don't know. Christina, I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing about, like, as I said, like, you know, some of, like, I like Jeana, and me and Jeana got along well in the beginning, and then something happened where we didn't, and it's just like, you just gotta let her do her thing. Like, she is, you know, her focus is to model and to work and to do these things. So just let her stay in her lane and just move out of her lane.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And
the last thing was, if anybody had an issue with me, everybody has my phone number. Everybody calls me. I'll give it to you. But everybody calls me and texts me about everything else. If you ever had an issue with me, it didn't have to get brought to the internet. The only reason why I had to address it is because it got brought to the internet, and I had to explain to the people out there who are dedicated to these things I do. I had to explain to them what happened, but I could have easily gotten a phone call like, hey, Oliver, we didn't like what you did. I don't give a fuck what you got to say, da-da-da. And it could have just been left at that, but I just didn't. I feel like, to close this section out, I feel like I'm being blamed and being forced to take responsibility for things that I, one, did not do, was not there, and I'm not her. Like, I'm not her. Only thing I did was thank the lady for calling me.
Right. Exactly. And
I thanked her for calling me.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
y'all wanted me when Tyra Banks picked up the phone. Well, first of all, I don't know if you ever watched, I didn't even know she was really calling me. I thought it was a prank. I thought someone wanted to show me their dick. So y'all wanted me when she picked up the phone to be like, fuck you, Tyra Banks, the world doesn't like you. But no, I'm a gracious, nice person. Thank you. Like, I'm appreciative of it. Thank you. Like, thank you. And yes, I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to talk about, but we're not going to lie and say that this woman's work or whatever her work is not why all of us are still here to this day, still talking.
Yes, this is true. Yeah. Yes.
Last on our list is the winner,
Yeah, exactly.
Kyla.
Yeah, she's another one. I remember seeing her like on the bus, like the very first day that they like all like loaded us onto the bus to go to maybe to the house. I don't know where we're going. And she looks like a model. She's stunningly beautiful. She has the height. She has a very unique look. She's very young. She takes things very easily. You know, that's part of it. It's like you have to have a thick skin, but at the same time too, like you have to like take a little bit. You have to be able to take a little bit of like, I don't know what the word is, but you just have to roll with the punches a little bit and not take everything so personally. Like you just have to like be a little bit like light, because sometimes people are just trying to mess with you to like get a rise out of you, but they're probably just, or maybe they don't even know that they said something rude. Like you just gotta like.
Oh my God, Christina, what you just said is what I wish everybody in this world would adopt in their ideology. Just because you see something one way does not make it that. Somebody else may be experiencing the same thing a completely different way. And if we're truly compassionate people who truly want to be kind and truly want to be loved, you'll ask questions for understanding.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what Drew Elliott said to me. It was like, you know, nobody here is meaning to be hurtful. Like, nobody is trying to do that. Like, maybe we make a joke. We think it's funny. Maybe we think the people at home will think it's funny. Like, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. Or you have to also be able to be like, what you said, you know, the what you said was, that was, you know, that was over my boundaries, and I would appreciate that you didn't, you know, or I don't find that funny, or like, you know, that's kind of a sensitive area for me. Can we not? That's it.
Did you think she would win, or do you think she deserves to win?
I think Christina has probably like the most talent as the model and personality and like the drive, and really gave her full 100% all of the time. I think that she probably should have won. But Kyla, again, I don't know if the brand was really trying to go for, because Kyla definitely is the one that looks like the industry would take to the most, just as far as like her looks and her height and her age, and has a very editorial look to her. So I don't know if the franchise was really trying to hope that they would finally get a supermodel out of it.
Gotcha.
Because she definitely wasn't the best model. She did learn on the fly. She got better. But again, as I said, she has the natural like height and the beauty and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, she's with an amazing agency now. I don't really know how far it will really go, because I just don't see the personality in her for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Before I go on to the next part, I want to tell my people who are watching and who will watch, please don't let anything I say. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I don't want y'all giving nobody hate because y'all love me, and don't do that. I've been seeing y'all in the comments. I see y'all in the live chat. I see y'all. I don't dislike Miss Jeana. I don't dislike Miss Lisa. I don't dislike how they went about certain things, but I don't have no hatred, no disdain for any of those women. I don't want no one who says they follow me to be sending that type of energy out there into the world. You guys know I'm all about love. I'm all about friendship. I'm all about understanding, conversation, communication, all those things. I don't want nobody. Stop it. Because and to be quite honest, if I see y'all doing it, I'm going to start blocking y'all and like not have, because I don't want that type of, that's not the type of person I am. I don't want attacking anybody. Don't attack nobody.
That was like super hard. I think like the hardest part, like after the show, is like the trolls and the people. So I'm trying not to cry. That would say really mean, horrible things, like, and just like over and over again, bro, like, fuck you, bitch, America hates you, go home, just like, all like just down in a row, or like, I would never buy anything with your face on it because you have a black, ugly soul. And my friend's like, why is your ugly soul gotta be black? You have so many boyfriends. Can't it be rainbow colored? Like, can't your ugly soul be rainbow colored? Like, but people just really, they hide behind the internet and they think that because a 40-minute show where I'm on it for 5 minutes, you know all about me and want to tell me how to live my life. Go live your own life. Nobody asked you. So that part is really hard. And I'm looking at the comments like now too, like, yeah, Kyla is beautiful. She's a great model. She's hilarious. She has cool style. But I don't think that she has the charisma and the X factor that someone like Christina has. And again, there's different types of modeling. And sometimes, you know, the best models are the ones that show up, shut up, and get the job done. Like, you know, that's what they said to me in the beginning. They were like, I said, you know, when Law was like, I just don't like her. And Tyra said, what, you don't like the photo or you don't like her? It's like, I love the photo, I just don't like her. And I was like, well, that's, you know, the photographer that I shot with, it was in Spain and he's from Argentina and he didn't speak English and I didn't really speak Spanish, but we ended up working together multiple times. And they said something to me like, yeah, probably because he didn't speak English and didn't understand what you were saying. And so that's why he couldn't not like you. So I don't know. Sometimes you can show too much. Like there is, you know, you have to, it's a funny industry about being professional and things like that and what crosses the line and so on and so on. But yeah,
I agree.
You are there to do a job, you know, and yeah, I mean, more power to everybody and all of the women, girls that did the show that are doing it their own way, whether you want to be an Instagram model, if you want to, I don't know, whatever you want to do, like if that's, I'm happy for you. Like I don't wish anybody bad or anything like that. I'm not trying to judge. I don't mean to compare any, like everybody, you can't compare apples to oranges. Everybody is their own person. I just think Christiana should have won. I think Kyla, if I was a model scout and I was looking for who can maybe be the next like supermodel or a very big model, I would pick Kyla.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's turn into the judges panel. What did you think about Drew Elliott?
I love Drew. I thought Drew was great. I thought we were friends. And then I saw him like a couple times out in New York. And I saw him at this like Fendi party and Winnie Harlow was there. Like everybody was there. And I was so excited to see Drew. And I like went up to him and like said hi. And he was kind of weird to me. And then I think he unfollowed me. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe he was following too many people. Maybe he didn't find my post interesting. Maybe he was having a bad day. I don't really know. But I think Drew's great. I think Drew is hilarious and like, I love his style, you know?
Yeah. What did you think about Law Roach?
I think Law's great. And it's funny because like people think that me and Law really didn't get along, but Law actually still does follow me and he's just, I love Law. Like, I love his personality. I love seeing him do, what was the show where they
Legendary.
Yeah, exactly. He was great. He's great. And I mean, he's done such an amazing job with Zendaya. Like, he's awesome, you know, and he doesn't take things too seriously, you know, like. Yeah.
What about Ashley Graham?
Ashley Graham, she's also done, I mean, she's done really well as a plus size model and she's definitely like in charge. She's a lot.
A lot like what?
She is, she's intense, you know what I mean? Like she's like, but she's great. She has a great like laugh. She has a great smile. But what's the tough part? Like she's, I don't know. I felt like she also was like in the clique. She wanted to be in the like, Cara, like Kyla, like Sandra
Ashley?
clique. Yeah.
The judge Ashley really was. No, I'm serious. Like I'm curious to know like why you think that.
I don't know. I just felt like, I mean, probably everybody thinks that, like, in some ways, like, I mean, like, Brandy K would probably thought, like, Drew, like, hated her. You know what I mean? It was, like, some judges, like, you feel like you get along with better or, like, kind of more, like, have your back. But who even knows? The producers could have said, like, we need somebody to pretend to like this person, you know? I don't know how it all goes down and how it all works out. But it was just weird for me because me and Ashley Graham are literally in the same Cosmo Girl prom issue on back-to-back pages.
Really?
Yes.
Before or after the show?
Before. Like, I think this was like, I don't know how many years ago. I'll find you the picture. And then I posted it.
Yes.
I posted it, and then, like, a lot of people, like, hated on it. Like, oh, well, why were you, like, in the magazine, Ashley Graham, and then look at you here now, and she's the judge, and it's like, lay off me, you know?
People take this internet shit too serious. You know, I don't give a damn. Listen, the people do come terrorize. At least, well, no, they don't terrorize me. They attempt to bother me. I look at that, I delete that shit, and I just keep on going about my day, and I roll over, and I go live my beautiful life I've built. Like, people take this internet shit too serious. And again, the people who follow me, I don't want y'all out there doing none of that to nobody, because I judge y'all. I judge every person. I judge. Don't do that. Go live your life. Go read the Bible. Go to Bible study. Raise your children. Have a fruitful career. Suck a dick. Eat some ass. Don't come to the internet being mean because you look crazy.
Yeah.
Don't do it, please. For me, don't do it.
I mean, it just, I don't think people really realize how strong words can be, and that they're probably not the only one that said it. And it just, again, you don't know, like, what kind of chord that strikes, or, like, what has, you know, just, like, it's not helping. It's not helpful.
No.
So just, like, don't do it. Like, isn't there enough shit and drama in the world going on?
Yes.
Can you try to do something, like, play the ball forward, like,
yes, like,
or go to the fucking bar with your friends and talk shit. Don't post it online for the whole world. It's public shaming and embarrassment, and it's just, like, not necessary.
Last but not least, Tyra Banks herself.
Yes. So, Tyra is beautiful. She's another one. You're just like, wow. Like, you see her. She's amazing. She's created a brand. She's done so much. She has a family. She works, like, multiple shows. She's written books. So there's a lot of respect for her. It was unfortunate that we didn't get to spend, you know, as much time with her, but clearly she is busy. She wears, like, many, many hats. But yeah, I mean, that was a little disappointing because, you know, like, looking up to Tyra, like, I bought Tyra's book maybe when I was, like, 9 or 10, and she had, like, such awesome photos, like the one with the, like, I think it was, like, the Coke cans or something, like, in her hair. And like, you know, I, like, read that book and her tips on, like, skincare and eating and all these types of things, and, like, watching her, was it Poetic Justice? What was she in with Will Smith?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, she was in that, but what was the movie?
Are you talking about the movie where she got shot in the forehead?
Yeah.
Wasn't it, like, Higher Learning?
Higher Learning, maybe something. Yeah, Higher Learning.
I think it was Higher Learning.
Janet Jackson. Yeah, so, like, I loved, like, watching her story, and, like, you know, she was really, like, an idol to me. So I guess that was, like, kind of hard, like, but it is a kind of a tough love, and she does have all the experience in the world. She has worked with the best, like, so she's just trying to, like, tell you, like, listen, it's like, sometimes I have friends that do this, like, Christina, what I'm going to say to you, you might not like it, but because I'm your friend, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you so that you can fix it and you can get better, whereas other people would just write you off. And be like, you know, like, oh, whatever, she's like, she's not worth it, she's never going to change.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Again, I think I said this earlier. I don't think anyone in this world is innately bad. Me personally, I believe that everybody has reasons they feel are justified to support why they act the way they act. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
And
I don't think
now,
you would act that way if you didn't think that. I mean, okay, we all do things without thinking from time to time. We are like human beings. We have emotions. Like, we're not perfect. So everybody just, especially now, I really hope that like in this time where everybody's experiencing it now is in full effect. Everybody's experiencing this COVID, this lockdown in a different way. Nobody knows what's going on with people and their families. Like, you don't even necessarily know what's going on. You haven't seen people. Everybody is, maybe you lost your job, maybe you this or that, and everybody is dealing with something right now. And it's just, people need to be a kinder, more loving place and just have more unconditional love for everyone. And just give people some space to like, times are tough right now. We just don't need the negativity. It doesn't go anywhere but
Yeah.
So, oh my God, my pants are so silky. Wait, hold on, I want to show you.
Every time you stand up, my heart, and I'm pretty sure everybody says, I just love how like quirky you're just the cutest little thing.
Oh, man.
Come on, girl.
What?
Girl.
Gotcha.
We're gonna edit that out, y'all.
Okay. Yeah. Let's edit that out. So Oliver, I love you, and I really want to go to the park before I go to yoga.
You're leaving me.
Yeah, I gotta take my Louboutins back to the store because I finally got my heel replacement in.
Okay. Let me ask you 2 more questions. 2 more questions. It's just two more.
Sure.
The question I want to ask you is, what do you believe is the disconnect, or was the disconnect, with so many people in the house and some of the judges in how they viewed you?
Okay, so some people believe me, some people don't. I am a really shy person. I'm an extremely shy person. And sometimes that comes off as like standoffish. And everyone's like, you're not shy. Like, people they're like, I know you're not shy. I'm like, the only reason why I seem not shy is because of modeling and, going to castings and realizing you have that 30 seconds to try to like show who you are. So I just try to come out with it, but that's not naturally me, and my dad has told me too, like, you don't need to be so scared of adults anymore. Like, it makes sense when you're a child, but as you become an adult, like, you don't need to feel so scared of adults and people like that. And I am like naturally shy. Like, I need more of like a moment. I also realized from the show that I'm not necessarily the best like communicator or trying to say what I mean to say. Like, it's funny to me, and people close to me like know it. Like, my sister's like, you need to get a Finsta because your sense of humor is like a little bit weird. Like, not everybody's gonna get that. Like, you're on like a different level of what you find funny or I don't know. So it just, I half the time I didn't even know like what the girls were talking about. Like, I just found out who Meek Mill is like the other day. Like, I don't, like, I'm living in another kind of world when it comes to like some of these types of things. And, but I'm fine with it. Like, you like what you like, that's cool. I'm not judging you. I'm not looking down on you. If you like something different than what I like, that's fine. Like, I don't like sweet potatoes, but like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, like, you like sweet potatoes? No, I'm not like that. Like, I'm fine over here. If you don't want to include me or something, that's fine. But to like just try to be mean to me and to group up on me and to like feel bonded in a way by like picking on me. The judges, I mean, I guess they could think that like, I don't know, that my attitude was too much. And it was, in some days it was, because I was angry at the fact that there were girls being so horrible and so awful. And when you did tell people there are girls in the house threatening my life, nobody did anything. And it was abuse. It wasn't from the judges, it was from the girls. And I don't want to be a tattletale, of course, I'm an adult, but I can only do so much. I'm trying to do this show and people are threatening your life. You know, it's just like, that's not okay. And violence wasn't okay. You're not allowed to hit somebody. You would be asked to leave. The verbal abuse also needed to be checked.
How has Christina moved on from that experience?
How have I moved on? I mean, it's nice when people recognize me and stuff, but I just doing the same thing that I was doing before, which is, you know, living in New York, working on projects with people that I enjoy working with, and traveling when I can, and, you know, thinking about other career opportunities. It was great. It's flattering when people recognize you and stuff, or when people say, like, I was like your fan, or this is that, or whatever. But the show wasn't going to make or break me, and it hasn't made or broken me. And so, I'm thankful for the opportunity. It did get me to see things about myself that I didn't necessarily know, like thinking I'm a great communicator because I love talking. I have friends that I've had for a really long time, but those people get me. And like, maybe I do need to work on my way of like socializing or presenting myself with people that don't know me, and how to come out of my shell as a shy person without being like too much. I need to find that balance there. So I'm working on it. You know, things don't happen overnight, and I'm, you know, constantly working on it and trying to be a better person. And that's all. And I just really, really hope I don't get too many trolls after this.
No, guys, leave her alone. You don't have anything nice to say. Don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Write it down on a piece of paper and throw it in the garbage. My last question to you before you go: tell me two things at once. If you were sitting before Tyra Banks right now, what would you say, and what do you want to shamelessly plug?
If I had her standing in front of me right now, I would want to apologize to her again for not seeming grateful for the opportunity, because I am really grateful for the opportunity, and I apologize if that came off wrong, or if I carried myself or presented myself, or if I was rude to the judges. Like, I did think, like, this is like reality TV. I am supposed to be a little bit like sassy and like stand out and make it like entertainment, you know? So I thought that was kind of like part of the game. Like, the judges would say stuff to us, like, they were like, how do you look so young? And I said, I steam. And Ashley Graham said to me, what do you steam, your vagina? And I said, is that something you do in LA? So, but again, not to blame it on the editing, but, you know, if you're going to come for me, I'm going to come for you too. But I think it's like we're playing along. And as Ashley Graham pointed out, I'm older than her. So just because you're sitting on the panel there, you're still not going to talk to me like a certain way. We're both adults here. Respect is a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
So,
anything you want to shamelessly plug?
How beautiful I am, and that I definitely need that beauty campaign. At least like something for like my lips, you know.
Word. Oh, wait. 3 words on your green hair makeover.
I loved it. I had so much fun with it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm thinking about doing it again.
You better work. You better work. I adore it. Christina, I know you have to get to the park and you have to go take, you said you're taking back your bag?
No, my Louboutins, the heel broke, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wait, can I show you? Can I show you?
Yeah, show me. Yeah. Don't show me nothing else. Be careful.
Because they're like, literally, they're so pencil thin. It's like as thin as your pinky.
No, show me. I want to see it.
These are amazing shoes. They really are, like, they last forever. I've had these probably for like 10 years, but I had, so like, as I said, like the heel is like literally like as thin as my pinky or thinner. So somehow this happens.
Oh no.
Right? And it happens, and clearly you're wearing them when it happens. So it's interesting how to walk for the rest of the evening And they finally got them in because of this whole lockdown situation. It's been almost like, it's probably been like 8 months. So they're going to put a new like pipe in there and yeah.
Do you have to pay for that?
No.
Oh, that's nice of them.
I mean, well, for the price.
I know that's right. Christina, I think you are freaking fabulous.
Thanks, babe.
Love
Thank
your
you. I think you're
personality.
amazing too. Thank you for having me on here and encouraging me to be honest. I know some of the girls are probably going to be pissed, but again, as you said, it's just my version of the story. I'm not saying that I'm right about everything. That was just what I interpreted from the situation, and I encourage conversation. I think conversation is great. I don't really like confrontation. I don't like arguing. But I'm totally fine to have a conversation and sit down and talk to anybody about how they're feeling or what maybe I did wrong and open my eyes to it. Because like I said, I might not know because, you know, we all have different sensitivity levels and what we're comfortable with. And so.
I totally agree. Yeah. I share that same thought process. So I totally understand where you're coming from. Well, listen, you little beautiful creature, thank you for spending time with me and my friends over here. I wish you well and everything. And when I bring my ass finally back to New York City after I get my vaccination, hopefully I get to meet you. No, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, you're in Atlanta. Okay. Well, either way, we're going to meet up soon because I'll be in Atlanta or I'll be in LA or you'll be in New York. So let's do it.
Maybe Milan.
Let's do Amsterdam. There's so many hot guys there. So many hot guys.
People who know me know that I actually have a disdain for Amsterdam. I hate it.
Why?
When I went there, the only thing I can remember specifically about Amsterdam was the smell.
What did it smell like?
It didn't smell nice.
Okay, so what we could do maybe Barcelona.
Barcelona. Let's do
Portugal.
Barcelona.
I've never been to Portugal. Let's do Portugal. Done.
My Spanish. Okay. Well, she told me. Until next time, precious.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. See you soon. Okay. Send me your phone number.
I got you.
Okay.
I adore her. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all so much for spending time with me. I need to get out off this goddamn thing. Because I got stuff to do today. I love you guys. Guys, please be nice out there. Please be nice. Listen, please be nice out there. Because after I get to 101, girl, she's done. Be nice out there. I don't want nobody being mean on my account. That's not the type of things we do. I didn't get this far in my career and in life in general being a mean bitch. I've had to take people's shit, and unfortunately, sometimes I've gotten the short end of the stick. But best believe I always came out on top, and she's still coming out on top. Really on top, me. Really on top, me. Really on top, me. Really on top. Hey, wait, you want to be on top? Ow, wait, you want to be on top? Ow, oh, you want to be on top. Boom, and with that. Be sure to pray and Kegel, y'all. I told y'all every week we're having a chat. I just got on my own nerves just then. Why am I so aggravating? I love you.